Now to an emotional reunion between a man and his birth mother, separated by nearly 40 years, living a world apart. Neither of them sure they would ever see the other again, and then a miracle. Take a look. This is the story of a journey, a homecoming, 6,000 miles and 37 years in the making.
A roller coaster ride, mostly because of all the different emotions that I've gone through.
John Huston started out his life in Korea, the son of an American soldier who later died in Vietnam. His mom too poor to raise him, so when he was 6, she gave up her only child.
It's an act of love from a mom to give up their child to give him a better life.
And a good life John has had, happily living in Minnesota with his wife and 2 children. His life seemed complete, but becoming a parent himself years ago made him feel something was missing.
When my son hit the same age that I was adopted, that's when it really hit me. I'm like, boy, I couldn't even imagine giving my son up.
So for the past 10 years, John has searched for his birth mother, but in vain. Until this fall, when his search took a very 21st century turn. A Korean reality show where Korean adoptees share their stories in the hopes their birth parents might be watching asked John to appear via webcam from his home in Minnesota. Just 7 days after it aired, against all odds, John's mom was found.
They called me and told me they found her. I started to, feel really emotional and started crying.
And then a TV reunion son and mother will never forget.
Can you call your mom now? Several times and she will be here.
Yes.
All right.
Uma.
Oh.
Uma.
One more time.
Uma. Uma.
She's coming now.
I looked at the entry where she was coming in, and I'm like, there she is. I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden she starts walking.
In a trembling voice, John hears his Korean name for the first time in 37 years.
홍수야, 보고 싶다.
She said, oh, Hongsu, I miss you really. I miss you really. Miss you a lot.
I miss her too.
The reality show reunion was just the first step. At the end of December, John made the long journey back to Korea, to Kunsan, the city where he was born.
December 30th, 1971, 37 years ago. Nervous, very nervous to see her.
After planes, trains, and automobiles, finally a look at the mother who gave up her only son so long ago.
I couldn't stop crying. Tears of happiness to finally find her and to tell her, to reassure her that she did the right thing.
His face hasn't changed much, she says, quite surprised, when they step inside her home.
She had this really big picture of me hanging on the wall, and it was me. For 37 years, she hung on to these pictures.
The years and the distance just seemed to slip away.
It's like I never left.
Leaving was difficult.
She's only been to the airport twice in her life, and both times that she went to the airport was to say, goodbye to me. So I did tell her that I will be back. I feel very lucky that I have 2 moms. And, my one mom gave me life, and my other mom helped me live life. So I'm just very fortunate.
40 years, can you imagine? What a beautiful, beautiful story. And I can say that because our thanks goes to KSTP, our Minneapolis-St. Paul affiliate. Just a beautiful story to bring us. And special thanks to reporter Susanna Song, who went all the way to Korea to bring us this story. And it's so meaningful, so worth the effort. Thank you to all of you. Interesting note, 13,000 Korean adoptees live in Minnesota. It's the largest population of Korean adoptees in any one place in the world. Just a beautiful story. Thank you again for bringing us that. When we come back, can a landfill be beautiful? Sam Champion says it can.